All right, let's get into it. Raid Shadow Legends has just announced a huge Black Friday weekend, and we're going to decode all the mayhem to figure out exactly what it means for your account.
So, here's what we're covering. We'll kick things off with the main event, then we'll map out the entire summoning spree this weekend. After that, we'll dive into the prizes and the traps. Then we'll talk strategy, should you pull or skip. And finally, we'll look at the big one, the shadow of Christmas hanging over all of this.
Okay, first up, the main event. This is the news everyone, and I mean everyone, has been waiting for.
Yep, the wait is finally over. If you've been hoarding those primal shards, sitting patiently through all those other events, well, your time has come. The one we've all been waiting for is here.
And here it is, a true 2x primal event. Now, the key word there is true. We haven't had one of these since way back in June. This isn't just double the chance for mythicals. No, it's double the chance for epics, legendaries, and mythicals. That means you're getting the absolute best odds, the most bang for your buck from these super rare shards.
But hold on, because that primal event, that's just the grand finale on Monday. The entire weekend before that is a total summoning spree, just packed with overlapping events.
And just look at this timeline. It's pure chaos, right? It all kicks off with a massive 4-day champion chase. And for the first 72 hours of that, you've got a 2x for Ancients, a 2x for Voids, and a 2x for Sacreds, all running at the same time. Then on that final day, boom, it all switches over to the main event, the 2x Primals. It's going to be a wild ride.
So with all that going on, what's actually worth your shards? Well, the verdict from the experts is pretty clear. Ancients, pull 'em. Voids, for sure, pull 'em. Primals, absolutely. But Sacreds, that's a hard skip. And here's why. It's simple math. During a Summon Rush event, one Sacred Shard gets you a guaranteed 500 points. Easy. But here, in a champion chase, you have to get lucky and pull a legendary just to get maybe 500 points. It's a gamble versus a guarantee. You save Sacreds for Summon Rush, period. Okay, let's talk about the prizes for this whole thing, because there's a big, shiny reward at the top, but you really need to ask yourself, is it a prize or is it a trap? So here's the bait. The grand prize for finishing first in your tournament group is a perfect soul for the new Fusion champion, Crossus. We're talking a 3, 4, or even a 5-star soul just handed to you. Sounds pretty good, right?
Well, not so fast. As creators like Noob Raids are pointing out, your chance to actually win this is extremely poor, and they're not kidding.
So yeah, let's break down why this is a total trap. See, the real motivation for this tournament isn't that soul. It's the 2x Primal event on the last day. That's what's going to bring out the big spenders, the whales, the krakens, the players who are going to be pulling hundreds, maybe thousands of shards. The scores are going to be absolutely insane, just through the roof. And all of that for a soul for Crosso, a champion that, let's be honest, most people think is kind of mediocre anyway. It just doesn't add up.
Okay, so we know the layout. We see the traps. Now for the most important part. What should you do? Let's get into a clear strategy, no matter what kind of player you are.
All right, first up, for the new players out there, the verdict is simple. Pull. Seriously, pull everything you've got. This is an absolutely fantastic chance to build up your roster. The 2x rates on Ancients and Voids are going to give you a ton of new epics, and that's exactly what you need to start pushing your account forward. Now, what if you're actually going for the cross fusion? Your approach needs to be totally different. Your verdict? Pull, but be strategic about it. Think like a surgeon. You need exactly 15 fragments from this event, so you pull just enough shards, Ancients, Voids, whatever it takes, to hit that number, and then you stop. That's it. Do not get tempted to go for that first place soul.
And finally, for you endgame players, the savers, the veterans. For you, the verdict is to be very, very cautious. Look, you know what this is. This is a classic bait event. It's designed to drain every last resource you have right before Christmas. Yes, the 2x Primal is awesome. It's the best we've seen in months. But the real decision for you is, do you pull now or do you hold out for what might be coming next?
And that's the perfect lead into our final point. Let's talk about the shadow of Christmas and why this entire weekend feels like one giant setup.
Pretty much every creator out there is saying the same thing, just like Palo Plus here. This can only mean one thing. Something important is coming for Christmas. Think about it. Why would they drop an event this huge with boost on every major shard type right now? It's a resource train. They want everyone to empty their vaults right before something even bigger hits in December. And history backs this up.
100%. Just look at the pattern. For the last 2 years, December has brought us a Titan event. That's a big, grindy event for a guaranteed amazing champion. In 2022, we got Tormund the Cold. In 2023, Sir Nicholas. So for 2024, you can bet something similar is on the way.
Which brings us to the final, critical question you have to ask yourself. This weekend, this whole Black Friday event, it's a sprint. It offers amazing short-term rewards, especially with that primal event. But is Christmas the real marathon? Do you go all in for the sprint right now, or do you save your strength and your shards for the guaranteed prize that's almost certainly waiting at the end of that marathon? That's the choice you've got to make.